Hello. Am I on? Oh, that's my face. What? Hey. Okay. So, hello. Over here, Lone. Look at me. Look over. Look at the camera. Look at. He doesn't like looking at the camera today. Okay. Well, you're gonna look over there. That's fine. Fair enough, Lone. There we are. It's following the mouse pointer, I think. Okay. So, Lone, look at the. Right. Oh, there we are. Looking at the camera. Finally. Hi, it's Lone Wolf here from Wolf Territories Grid. This is the bit I should have done about 30 seconds ago, but unfortunately Lone decided to look the wrong direction. So I'm going to talk a bit about a few things today. So I'm going to talk a bit about how the grid's going. Some of you have been following my videos. I've been amazed at the response from people. You've been very kind with your comments. And I know so I'm going to talk a bit about the different things I've got running. So remember I talked about object storage. It's been now running object storage for about... well, quite a long time actually. No, 2 or 3 weeks we've been running on object storage. If it's running slowly for you, it's configuration. It's just brilliant. It's just as fast as running off of a local drive, and we have, it's a petabyte of capacity at least, and you can grow it as you need it. I'm actually only renting 5 terabytes at the moment. Actually, that was an error. I just wanted to rent 500 meg because my asset store isn't that big. My asset store is only a piddly 80 gig. Because I decided to move it when it was really small, rather than and get the architecture right when it was really small. But I accidentally, instead of putting 500, I put 5,000 and ended up renting 5 terabytes. But it wasn't expensive, and I'm really glad I did it. But of course, it's set to auto expand. So if my asset store ever gets as big as 5 terabytes, it'll just grow the object storage anyway. Object storage works, folks. It really does work, and so I think I might actually. I know what I'll do. Let's go over here. This floor is mesh, and it's a bit funny when you res stuff. It disappears underneath it, so that's nothing to do with me. It's not me, Governor. Honestly, let's go over to here, my little ski lift. Come on, my little ski lift. Just follow me over here. That's very good of you. Okay, so yeah, this is my working ski lift at Welcome that I built. So if you want to have a little ride down the ski lift, you can. Here we go. This will do. So what we'll do? Let's go pull an object out of the object store. I'll just pick something that I haven't had open for a while. I don't even know what this is. What is this? It says coffee cup. There you go. Okay, so that's just coming from the object store, and I think you'll agree, pretty quick. It took a second to pull the textures, but it's no slower than coming off of a hard drive. So that's come straight out of my object store. I've not res that for about quite a long time. Didn't even know I had it, and it's coffee. So if anyone wants a coffee, I'm just going to leave this here, just so you can have a coffee on the way to the ski lift. So the other things that I've noticed, I've got 11 robust servers running. See how fast I teleport around. I mean, let's just pick somewhere. I don't know, there's the casino. Let's just go there. So obviously this teleport can be a bit slow. It hasn't started. Now the teleport starts. So I said it hasn't started, so here goes the teleport to the casino, remembering I'm recording. There it goes. Watch how fast things res. Pretty quick. And that's resed up all that stuff. You can see how fast things res in here. Obviously, there's a mountain there. Honest Governor, there's a mountain. There's the mountain coming up now. You see it's pretty quick. But things do res pretty instantly, and I guess that's sometimes it's coming from the cache. And all my machines have SSDs, so all my region servers have 2 terabyte SSDs. So obviously they have space to cache quite a lot of stuff. So basically, does it work? Load balancing with an Apache web server onto 11 robust servers, it works. Okay, having 10, I've got 9 servers serving the regions. It works, and the object store, it's working. So I've got a fully scalable architecture now in place. I've also got my region servers are database driven. Some of them actually aren't, to be honest, because they were set up with the old system, and it's a big. I can move them across the new one, but it's a big job, and I'm just going to move them as I need to, move each region as I need to. I can actually run both systems, my new database-driven region system and the old script-driven system on the same server. So they run consecutively with each other. But basically, if someone rents a region on the old system and then cancels it and gets on the new, then I'll put a new region on there from the new system and just replace it. So I'm gradually getting through it. About, I think, 3 or 4 of the 9 servers that are running the regions are actually fully running on the new system that is database driven, which allows me to basically enter a record in the database. If I want to change servers, I change which server that the region's on in the database. I shut down the region on one server, I run a command on the other server, and it'll bring up the region, and then it'll just appear as if by magic on that server, all automatically. So, and the robust servers, of course, are database driven as well. So if I want to create a new robust server, I just add a record to a database, and then I run a command on the robust on whichever server's running. I want it to run it on it, and I can run robust servers on any server of the grid. So I could, if I wanted to, I could have all 10 servers having a robust server on each one. Plus, I've got one server that's dedicated to running robust as well. Plus, I have a spare robust running, so that I can actually take 9 of the robust servers offline, and the grid will carry on running. Or I could take 3 of them offline, and the grid will carry on running. And the beauty of that is that I've got less points of failure. And with the thing about building a large-scale architecture is you need to have the minimal amounts of points of failure. I will eventually have 2 or 3 load balancers, and I'm probably going to try and use DNS to focus on which load balancer people hit. There's lots of tricks you can do there, so that even if one of the load balancers goes down, the other load balancer is still running. So there's lots of tricks we can do and things we can do to remove single points of failure and end up with a really robust grid. It was really funny the other day that another grid owner who's been working with, I've been working with him to do his object storage, great guy, and I think he's nearly done with his object storage, and he said, someone keeps crashing my robust server and I won't tell you what he was doing, but he said, can I test it on yours? Of course it didn't work, because of the load balancing. It just wouldn't allow him to access those files, the files he needs to crash the robust server locally. So yeah, oh, by the way, this beautiful flower display, Trinity, one of my landscapers did that. So I thought I'd talk a bit about Mesh now, because I know Mesh is a pain, and I wanted to get the new logo. I hope you like our new logo. That's it over there. I wanted to make a 3D model of it, and it was a job. And normally people use Blender for it, but I've got a secret tool. Well, it's not a secret tool, but it's something that will make your life really much easier, and I thought I'd show you how to do that. So the first thing to do is, there's lots of videos how to do it, so I'm not going to waste time going through it, but you take the flat PNG file with a transparent background, you pop it into, on the web there's loads of SVG, convert it to SVG format, alright, and then you save it onto your hard drive. Obviously check the SVG conversion, because some of them are a bit rubbish. Contact me, or I'll put some links in the description of this video, and once you've got the SVG, you can load it to Blender, extrude the object, and then don't bother doing any more in Blender, just save it out, and then you want to be going to a website called Clara.io, and I'll show you what I did with this one. So it's web based and it's pretty cool. I've got to say, they've done a great job of it. It's actually running Python down here. So here's my Wolf Territories logo, which I brought in from Blender, which I've just zoomed out of. So let me just go back to here again. Oh, there you go, just zoomed out of. So I'll just select it, and so what you want to do is, the first thing you want to do is you right click the object, you do convert to polymesh, okay, and then you select the object again, just click on it like this, and we go to transform, add operator, not add operator, where is it, polymesh, sorry, at the top, I missed the wrong one, add operator, and they've got this really cool thing in here called clean polymesh. Where is it? Here it is. And this has saved me. I've had things that I've got out of Blender that just will not go, and click everything and just leave it like that. That's all you have to do, and then go and then just export it. So you just go to, let's click on that, select what you've got, model. It's got loads of features. Just have a little look at some of these features in here. It's pretty intuitive. It can render it. They've got some things you can load up as well. But so really, all you have to do, convert it to polymesh, do this, okay, and that will really help. It works with, and it also worked on any mesh object as well. And then just go to File, and then export selected. Don't export all, export selected as a collada file, DAE file. Okay, and then when you do it, you'll see it does all this stuff down the bottom. And then you just do download, comes down as a zip file. Then you can probably go ahead and import it into your grid or into your region. So, and that also works if you're the sort of person that likes stuff off CG Trader. So sometimes if I need something, I'll zip over to CG Trader. But beware, okay, some of this stuff just will not import. Some of this stuff you're never going to make it import. So I know car. So you can search for stuff here. Some of the stuff costs money, but you need to know what you're doing. So start off with some free stuff. Just click free there. So let's just pick any old car, shall we? So you just pick a car. So it's got the different formats it's got, and if it hasn't, it doesn't matter what it's got. Let's pick this one, okay? Free download, and okay, so do free download. It takes a second, and then you can actually download it, and then you can upload it into Clara.io directly. Just got to find it. Right, so Clara.io. That's OpenSim World. Where is it gone? Here it is. So what you do is do upload here. You upload it into there. I don't know if actually I've got any lying around rather than waiting for that one. Okay, well basically you upload it into there, and then you can do what I said. So you go through it, you convert it to Polymesh, and then do clean Polymesh and then export it. Sometimes that'll fix it, but sometimes there's bad mesh out there. There's mesh that's one-sided, which is fine, but you load it into OpenSim and it just looks rubbish because it's only got one side on it. You will have all kinds of issues with OpenSim. There's a couple of things when you're uploading mesh as well, things you should check. So build, upload mesh model. Okay, so for instance, let's see, that's actually the Wolf logo. So you click on open like this, you'll see that okay, it'll pull it up like this. Do check these things, check your physics. That's another story I'm not going to go into right now. Check this, okay? Otherwise you may end up loading something that is the size of your region, but if you put so make it bigger, just multiply it up. That's quite an important thing. Other things, sometimes if you get a problem, put detailed log in. It can give you a hint to what's wrong. Loading mesh is a pain because there are limitations within OpenSim. Even things like if you've got a bigger model, you hit calculate weights and phi like this, okay, and it will sit there for ages. And then you need to click upload quickly like that. Then you click upload quickly because sometimes for some reason it then says it can't find it. There it is, default mesh. That actually comes in, it's quite small, but that's fine. So yeah, so that's a little bit, some hints on mesh. It's not everything I could tell you about making mesh, but if you want to make a mesh logo, just take your original logo, convert it to an SVG, load it into Blender or another tool to extrude the SVG file, then pop it onto Clara.io, convert it to Polymesh, and run clean Polymesh on it, and then export it as a DAE file, and hopefully that's going to work. Can't guarantee it. This one was a bit of a pain because obviously you can see it's got lots and lots of sides to it, and yeah. So anyway, I'll put some links in the old description. Hope that's helpful. Have a great day, and don't forget to pop over and visit me at Wolf Territories Grid. I'm normally hanging around here somewhere, or getting lost somewhere on our over 700 regions of land, air, sea, mountains, rivers, everything. And if you're a grid owner and you want to talk about some of the stuff I'm doing and how you can put it on your grid, I'd be really happy to talk to you and give you some hints and help you out if you like, as long as I don't get too inundated with it. That would be cool. So have a great day. Thanks very much. My name's Lone Wolf. This is Wolf Territories Grid. How do I turn this thing off? I'm so professional.